Hey, man, everything we work for a moment like these. Take advantage of every opportunity you get. All around, let me go beside you, and we go through and get a win.
When the final whistle blew at Arena Corinthians in São Paulo, Brazil, there was a moment when time seemed to freeze. Tens of thousands of NFL fans, many waving Brazilian flags, others sporting the red and gold of the Kansas City Chiefs, stood in stunned silence as the players trudged off the field. Among them, Travis Kelce, the team's iconic tight end, was the most striking figure. His face, usually lit up by a charismatic smile, was shadowed with disappointment, his shoulders heavy with the weight of a game that had slipped through their fingers. The Kansas City Chiefs' narrow loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in this rare international NFL game wasn't just another tick in the loss column. It was an emotional thunderclap, echoing across continents, and for those who witnessed it, either in the electric stadium or glued to screens around the world, it became an unforgettable chapter in the ongoing saga of America's most watched sport. But what really happened that night in Brazil? And why did it feel like more than just a loss? The NFL's decision to bring one of its most anticipated matchups to Brazil was bold and ambitious. São Paulo, a city known for its soccer-crazed culture, was temporarily transformed into a gridiron battlefield. The Arena Corinthians pulsed with energy. Samba drums competed with the thudding heartbeats of fans, and banners reading "Bem-vindo NFL" fluttered alongside American flags. It was a night of firsts, a test of football's power to transcend borders. Leading up to the game, the buzz was unmissable. The Chiefs, reigning Super Bowl champions and the pride of Kansas City, were expected to put on a show. The Chargers, their familiar rivals, relished the role of underdog with nothing to lose and everything to prove. And in the stands, another celebrity presence upped the ante. Taylor Swift, global pop superstar and Travis Kelce's fiancée, watched intently from the VIP box. Cameras caught her every expression, amplifying the drama with each missed pass and every Chiefs drive that fell short. The game itself was a showcase of skill and grit. Kelce, as always, was at the heart of the action. Midway through the third quarter, with the Chiefs trailing, he caught a perfectly floated pass from Patrick Mahomes and bulldozed past defenders for a touchdown. The crowd erupted, sensing the momentum shift. For a few glorious minutes, it felt like the Chiefs' magic was back, that the champions would rally once more. But football is a cruel teacher. A missed field goal here, a fumbled handoff there, and suddenly the Chargers seize the upper hand. Kansas City's defense, usually so reliable, seemed to unravel under pressure. The stadium's energy turned electric for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' sideline grew tense. In the final minutes, as the Chiefs desperately tried to claw their way back, every incomplete pass felt heavier. The Chargers' defense stood tall, denying Mahomes and Kelce the fairy tale ending many had hoped for. As the Chiefs walked off the field, their loss was amplified by the contrast between the jubilation of the Chargers and the stunned quiet of their own players. Inside the locker room, the mood was somber. No words needed to be spoken, the pain was etched in every gesture, every sigh, every pair of reddened eyes. Coach Andy Reid, ever the steady hand, gathered his players for a few quiet words. There was no scolding, no angry outburst, just an acknowledgement of missed chances and a reminder that champions are forged in adversity. We had our chances, but we let them go. Learn from this. The season isn't over. Keep your head up. Kelce sat in his locker, helmet off, sweat-soaked and emotionally drained. He had given everything, but in football, even the brightest stars can't guarantee a win. Mahomes joined him, putting a hand on his shoulder. Their conversation, private and brief, was a moment of solidarity between two leaders who have carried this team to greatness before. As the world dissected the game, another storyline emerged. Taylor Swift's presence had added a unique layer to the evening. Throughout the fourth quarter, cameras lingered on her anxious face, searching for signs of hope or heartbreak. When the game ended, she quietly made her way backstage, careful not to intrude on the team's moment of reflection. She knows when Travis needs her and when his focus needs to be on the team, a source backstage noted. She's always there, win or lose, but tonight she gave him space to process. After the team meeting, Kelce checked his phone and found a message from Taylor. A few simple words, just enough to bring a small, grateful smile to his face. Even in the depths of defeat, love and support remained. For many fans, a loss is just a loss. But for the Chiefs, this defeat in Brazil was a warning sign. The NFL's journey into South America was supposed to be a triumphant showcase, a chance to build a new global fan base. Instead, it exposed vulnerabilities in the team's offense and defense, as well as the emotional toll of high expectations. The game also highlighted the importance of every player on the roster. Wide receiver Xavier Worthy, a breakout star last season and one of Mahomes' most trusted targets, was sidelined early after a brutal collision with Kelce himself. As Worthy was helped to the locker room, the Chiefs' receiving core looked thin and uncertain. With Rashee Rice suspended due to off-field issues, the burden on Kelce and Mahomes only grew heavier. Worthy's injury, combined with Rice's absence, left the Chiefs scrambling to find playmakers. Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyquan Thornton, and Jason Brownlee all saw increased roles, but none could quite fill the void. There's a reason stories like this resonate. Sports, at their core, are about more than scores and stats. They are about moments of triumph, of heartbreak, of resilience and redemption. Inside the silent locker room, as players began to speak in hushed tones, the seeds of recovery were sown. Mahomes and Kelce, battered but unbowed, started plotting the path back. The season wasn't over. The journey, they knew, would be defined not by a single loss, but by how they responded. Outside Arena Corinthians, Chiefs fans gathered, chanting in English and Portuguese, holding up handmade signs, Semper Cum Travis and We Believe. Their voices floated through the night, a reminder that loyalty endures even when the scoreboard doesn't go your way. On social media, the hashtag #ChiefsInBrazil trended worldwide. The disappointment was real, but so was the outpouring of support. Images of Taylor Swift holding Kelce's hand as they left the field became symbols of steadfastness, a testament to the bond between athlete and fan, player and partner. In the days that followed, the Chiefs' loss became the subject of endless analysis. Commentators questioned whether the team had lost its edge. Sports writers debated whether this was just a blip or the start of a decline. Inside the Chiefs camp, the answer was clear: this was a wake-up call. Practices grew more intense. The team reviewed film, identifying every missed assignment and every opportunity left on the field. The coaching staff adjusted strategies, determined not to let this defeat define the season. For Kelce, the experience was fuel. He knew the importance of leadership in moments like these. He spoke to teammates individually, reminding them of what they'd accomplished and what still lay ahead. "We're not done," he told reporters at the next press conference, his voice steady. "We've faced adversity before. This is just another chapter. The story isn't over." The Chiefs' loss in Brazil was more than just a setback. It was a moment that revealed the humanity behind the helmets, the hopes, the heartbreaks, and the unwavering commitment to one another. For Travis Kelce, it was a reminder that leadership is measured not just by touchdowns but by the courage to face disappointment head-on, to inspire your team when the world is watching, and to find hope in the smallest gestures: a teammate's pat on the shoulder, a message from a loved one, the cheers of fans undiminished by defeat. The season stretches ahead, full of unknowns. But if there's one thing the Chiefs have shown, it's that the greatest stories are written not just in victory, but in the resilience to rise again. And so, as the team boarded the bus back to their hotel, spirits heavy but hearts still beating with purpose, a single question hung in the air: what happens next? For those who love football, and for those who love a good story, the answer is simple: keep watching. The best may be yet to come.